Assalamualaikum, Dr. Sah. My name is Abdul Azim, and this is portfolio of assignment 2 and assignment 3 to fulfill the alternative assessment task 2. So without any further delay, that we straight away go into assignment 2. So assignment 2 is a segmentation assignment where we were given a few sound in the form of set C and set G, and we have to segment them by differentiating a spoken and silent and non-spoken sound. Uh, so the execution is by we were provided with a benchmark algorithm, and this was the algorithm result as can be seen here, the reference segmentation and auto segmentation of the proposed algorithm. As can be seen here, and as stated by Dr. Sah himself beforehand, the algorithm was working barely, in a sense where barely means that it gets the job done but not very good. So what we have to do is to improve the initial algorithm, the benchmark algorithm, so that we get a better result by increasing the match rate and lowering the insertion and omission rate. Because as can be seen from the picture here, from the auto segmentation of the benchmark algorithm, here we can see that the reference here segments one line in between 5 and 6 at the nearing 5 here, but can be seen the auto segmentation that it is omitted here, meaning that there are some omission. And then we also can see some of additional lines here that does not that is not there in the reference segmentation, which is showing us that the proposed algorithm also have some insertion issue as well. So we have to address that issue. So this is the code that we try to implement. This is after some discussion with some of our friends and group mates. We come to conclusion that this is the best execution. Initially, for the if statement here, the parameter of comparison is only very bare bone. So we tried to make it more stricter in a sense to provide less insertion uh, when determining the spoken and non-spoken sound. And if the condition is meant to be true, uh, we set the value into the S array here. And then we have also have this piece of code. Not all people use this code, but apparently for our group, when we include this snippet of code, we get a better result afterwards. This is to discard any closure points. To this day, I'm still not sure how actually this work, because some of my friend, when they are trying to use this also, they don't have the right justification as how to why this needs to be added 8 and here needs to be -1, uh, but it works in providing in decreasing the points needed to be segmented. So based of these two codes alone that we decide to alter and add, this is the result that we yield. As can be seen, this is the match rate, omission rate, and insertion rate, and we have put it into a table side to side between the original benchmark algorithm and the proposed algorithm. And as can be seen here, at the final result, initially the benchmark match rate only able to reach to 0.59, while yeah, sorry, while we are successfully to almost nearing it to 1, essentially 100%. And then the omission and insertion rate, we have successfully make it very low compared to the initial coding, which is 0.41 and 0.3. We have reduced it to 0.09 and 0.13 respectively for omission and insertion. So as for conclusion, after reading the codes multiple times, trying to understand back what this and this piece of line do and what this piece of code do, I somehow understand segmentation a little bit better, and because of that, it has already sparked more interest in me to research and dive deeper into this subject. And now we are going to move on to assignment 3, which is sound production. Uh, uh, to to make this clear, the assignment tasks us to create a simple sound effect by using sound frequency and combining it by putting the sound frequency one after another so that it will play one piece of sound. And the theme that I have chosen to create is the ABC theme song. So during the class approach, we have learned a few ways, and one of the way that I still remember is by using the wave properties and converting it into a sine wave and play it using the audio read function. And I also found out that by just changing the amplitude of the amplitude value of the sound, it will also change the pitch of how the sound is going to be. So a higher amplitude will provide us with a higher pitch sound, and vice versa. And another method that I still remember is that we take the music note frequency. For example, like we have a D sharp. I can't remember what is the note of the what is the frequency of D sharp, but we take the frequency of D sharp and then we put it into the MATLAB with the appropriate function, and it will play the D sharp note properly. So as I have stated just now, the music choice that I have chosen is the ABC music theme, where the theme is chosen because it is simple, where the note is repetitive and does not include any other very hard note to read, and it's only in the 26 alphabet, so it's not that long because the requirement does not require us to make a full song, but like more like a 1 minute sound. Uh, so what I have done in the code is by simply changing the delay value where it's to provide a sense of pause like A, B, C, D, E, that kind of pause between A and B. So I use it to interchange to make the ABC sound more accurate. Some of the part needs to be very fast, so I set it to 0.4, and some of the part needs to be a little bit slower. That's why I set to 0.5. And this is the part where we can see where I put the pause value of 0.5 and where I put the pause value to 0.4. As can be seen, I use the counter whenever the counter reaches at 8, 15, 18, 21, and 24, it is set to 0.5. This is because this is the place where the note have a longer delay as compared to the rest of the sound. And then after that, the note is played using another function that another file that has been provided to us by Dr. Sah himself, the node.m MATLAB file, and we pass that frequency with the 16,000 sampling rate and just play it into sound SC function. In conclusion, I am successfully able to create back the ABC theme song, and I don't think I have any further thing to note about assignment 3. So that concludes my assignment 2 and assignment 3. So that's all. Thank you, Doctor.